So here is the Tai Chi stick I use every day. Got a longer variant of it some years ago. And this is essentially the arm of your enemy. So this is what that represents. And then here's a solid wooden ball. It's not hollow, so it's got mass to it. And this is supposed to represent your enemy's uh, center of gravity, like what you have in the Chinese call the dantian, or the field of elixir, which is in your belly area. So this is what this is supposed to represent. So yang, yin. Maybe someday I'll graduate to a bowling ball, but I don't feel the need for that, and I don't want to wear boots because I would wear steel toe boots if I were to use a bowling ball. I've never, can't recall ever dropping a ball like this, but you never know, right? So this will do. But anyway, yeah, so this is what we are talking about when we're talking about Tai Chi. I tend to throw people across the room and whatnot, so I haven't been able to find a partner, so to speak, a sparring partner. So I ended up doing what Dirty Chang did, which is he's the one that made Wu-Tang Mountains famous, and he was the one that essentially created Tai Chi, and he just practiced on his own. So I just follow his example because the Tai Chi mortal, Dirty Chang, Chan San Fang, he was the founder of Tai Chi, and again he's part of Taoism. So let me show you how I do it. I don't do it in a traditional manner. I tend to be very spontaneous. Bruce Lee said to be like water, so I take that seriously. It's really important to be able to respond at the moment to stimuli, whether it's from your enemy, from nature, from whatever. You have to be able to respond to it immediately. You have to be able to flow with the situation. And so that's kind of like the approach I take when it comes to this. And tomorrow I might do the bakwa, because I don't do Tai Chi like I did traditionally anymore. I learned the Chen form from my master, but he was very correct with his Chen form, his Yang form, and all that. But I've kind of watered it down to the eight trigrams, and each trigram represents a different movement, essential movement in Tai Chi. So that's why I call it Bagua, which is the eight trigrams. Because from the Tao you get the Yin Yang, and from the Yin Yang you get the Bakwa, right? So that's the progression. But anyway, just giving you a caveat of how I go about it, right? Giving you the philosophical background, if you will. Tomorrow I might do the Bakwa just to kind of give you an idea of how this is enacted through movement. And by movement I mean techniques, right? Yeah. The Bakwa is the foundation of Tai Chi. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that. Let me go ahead and show you how I go about it. Anyway, so again, this is the forearm. So I'm going to do it slow first, just to give you an idea of how Tai Chi practitioner might do it. So now I'm going to accelerate it, kind of show you how it would be in real life, because with Tai Chi there's Paching, right? Explosive energy. So it's important to be able to not just go slow and deliberate, but also quick and explosive if necessary. Alright. Yeah, so there's that. And then there's the ball. So again, this is your enemy's weight, which is here. This is because 73/4 of fights end up on the floor, right? So it's really important to be able to know your center and to know how to maneuver it. But not only to maneuver your center, but also to maneuver your enemy's center. And of course, this is applicable to sorcery, isn't it? Because as you're going with your enemy, you go along and meet whatever comes your way, whatever it is, right? Phenomena, situation, a chaos, assassination attempt, whatever it is, right? Anything that comes your way, you just kind of deal with it. You just play with it. Do you understand? Be water. Flow. That's what it's all about. And that is essential in sorcery. You have to be able to flow. Your whole body, mind, soul, etc. has to be one. One, one, one. There's less than one. There's more than one. You lose. You must be one. Everything has to move in accordance as one unit. The grand terminus. That's what Tai Chi means. The grand terminus, right? From here. Center, periphery. If you understand your center, you can understand the center of your enemy.